What's up, guys? I'm your host TK, and I'm back with another episode of Black Mama Muse. I'm bringing y'all trending, taboo, real, sometimes hard to talk about topics straight to y'all ears and now y'all eyes every week. Y'all might not want to hear it, but I'm going to say it, okay, friend? So y'all know I got to get to the business first. And with that being said, I have good news and I have great news. What y'all want to hear first? I'm going to go for the good news because then it'll just get better. The good news is that your girl, is now on 5 more platforms. Yes, yay. So those new platforms are Overcast, Amazon Music, Castbox, Podvine, and Audible. Now, I know y'all thought that was good, but I got something better. Can you guess what it is? Wrong. I made an Instagram page for Black Mama Muse. Yay! So, with that being said, I haven't always been the best social media, person, but I promise to get y'all at least one post a day, whether that be a story or an actual post on the feed. I will try to interact. I will interact every day. And if you want to do a little charity work for your girl, and manage the page, just hit me up, okay? Follow us at Black Mama Muse, the podcast, on Instagram. And then you can DM me in there and just let me know, like, hey, I want to run your media or whatever, because I am not the best at it. I mean, if nobody wants to do it, I'll learn it, but I'm just being honest with y'all. I figured the IG would be a good way for y'all to participate in polls and things like that. Type back if I ask what y'all want to hear next week or anything like that. I felt it would be easier for y'all to communicate with me and start our community on there. So follow me at Black Mama Muse, the podcast, on IG. Okay, so before we get into our topic, I want to get into my thanks. And this week, I am thanking my auntie team. Yes, I made a post on Facebook asking what topics y'all would like to hear in the next Black Mama Muse episode. And they both commented on there some pretty great ideas. And so for that, I am saying thank you to Nikki and Jessica, my aunties. Okay, now on to today's topic. Ironically, I did not choose either of the topics that my aunties gave. I'm sorry, they are high in the queue, aunties. But this topic came to me very suddenly, like not even 24 hours ago. I wrote this entire episode script in the last couple of hours. So it just was put on my heart. As y'all can see from the title, it is gun violence, okay? Gun violence. With all the craziness going on and the birthday of my deceased brother who was murdered due to gun violence being today, happy birthday to Mel, by the way. May you forever ball in paradise, I thought there was no better homage or present to give to my brother than to speak on gun violence today. So this episode is for you, country. All right, so we're going to dive in head first. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but if the victim was baby powdered color, it would be all over, okay? Jayland Walker, a 25-year-old black man, was out door dashing at about 12:30 a.m. in Akron, Ohio, okay? Jayland Walker, a 25-year-old black man, was out door dashing in Akron, Ohio at about 12:30 in the morning, and that is about the only thing that evidence and the police department can agree on. All right, so we're gonna deconstruct this initial police statement, okay? So, according to the initial police statement from Akron Police, officers stated that they tried to stop Mr. Walker for an unspecified traffic violation. Unspecified. I find it funny that when we get pulled over, we can't have any unspecified information, but they can kill and murder a man and not even tell us why he was originally pulled over. That's because we all know why he was pulled over. I mean, my man just got pulled over the other day, and after giving him the police officer his driver's license, he asked for his social security number. Like, it's getting very ridiculous. And I just want y'all to think about what Jayland Walker and my boyfriend have in common. Okay, but back to the murder of Jayland Walker. After Akron police officers said they tried to stop him, they followed with Jayland discharged a gun while he was driving. Another lie. And from the people who are supposed to be protecting us. Now, y'all tell me, if he in a car with all the windows up, right? If he discharged a weapon, how is everything still intact? There's no glass broken, the doors aren't shot, the car is fine. So how did he shoot anything from inside of the vehicle with all of the windows risen up and there's no damage to the vehicle? Y'all tell me, APD, even y'all chief said that there is no evidence of discharge of a weapon from inside of that vehicle. Come on now. Akron needs some act right because y'all cutting up in Ohio. But so Jayland makes it to a well-lit parking lot while his car is literally surrounded by officers pointing loaded guns at him already. Without even putting that mug in park, he hops out and starts running. Now, before y'all start with that, he should have just pulled over for jump or he should have never ran. For one, you're able to pull over whenever you feel that you feel safe. Okay? He did not have to pull over as soon as he turned them lights on. And as soon as he turned them lights on and Jayland didn't stop, he immediately called for backup and all types of other stuff. By the time that Jayland probably even thought that he felt safe enough to pull over, he got 8 police officers surrounded him with guns pointed at him already. And for those saying he shouldn't have ran, if you had 8 people clutching guns and pointing them at you, you would run too. And let's be for real. He could have stood, walked, jumped. He could have literally did nothing and still would have been shot in that situation because they were ready to shoot him anyway. Him running away in a wide open space unarmed posed no life-threatening effects. There was no reason for them to discharge their weapon at him at all. The most he would have done is outrun y'all lazy pigs and got off on an unspecified traffic violation. But y'all know what they did anyway? 8 members of the Akron Police Department fired over 90 shots at Jayland, striking him over 60 times. I watched the video once and I was purely disgusted. To see my people get chased and gunned down in the middle of the street like an animal. Jayland was somebody's brother. Jayland was somebody's friend. Jayland was somebody's son. And the Akron Police Department treated him like he was nothing. They treated his life like it meant nothing. And then you got media outlets who are siding with the police department just in the way that they title their articles. Like, I mean, listen to some of these titles. Ohio police officers shot fleeing black man dozens of times. Here goes another one. Akron, Ohio police fired dozens of shots at Jayland Walker. I mean, at least that second one says his name. It's not just calling him some black man. But the fleeing doesn't sit right with me. It makes it seem like y'all are trying to justify the shooting and murder of Jayland Walker when there is nothing that can justify this shooting. Both articles say shot at a dozen times when it's over 7 dozen, because 90 sounds excessive, doesn't it? It's the truth, and the truth is ugly. Y'all didn't want to put out here that somebody shot at a man. Y'all police department shot at a man 90 times. 90. And let me address the black on black crime comeback. I guess that's what y'all want to call it. But crime rates within a race are higher anyway. If I'm black, most of the people that I come in contact with or know on a level to be beefing with them or murder them or kill them are black. I'm sorry, but it usually ain't black people shooting people that they don't know. So yes, black on black crime rates will be higher, just like white on white crime or Hispanic on Hispanic crime. That's just how it is. You don't really typically murder people you don't know in mass. The typical mass shooter killing people that they don't know is a white male. The police officers that are killing unarmed black men are usually typically white male. This black on black crime argument needs to stop, okay? How to, since y'all kill each other, we can kill y'all too, or y'all kill each other, so focus on that instead of the police killing y'all, makes sense. Somebody please make it make sense to me. I pray for the family of Jayland Walker right now. I pray for my people. I pray for this country because it might be Ohio today, but it could be Vermont or Michigan tomorrow. In all this chaos, I am worried for my family. I worry for my dad, a black man in America. I worry for my 3 little brothers, 3 black little boys in America, although America already thinks that they're men. Should they gun down little 12-year-old Tamir Rice in broad daylight in Ohio? I worry for my community. The fear that the police see when they see us is deadly, lethal every time. Every time. Their actions are either justified or covered up 9 times out of 10. We all seen how long it took Derek Chauvin to get convicted. It took forever. The trial was forever. And this is after video evidence of this man suffocating and killing George Floyd while he's crying for help. Wearing that police suit has given them a false sense of authority and just a big ego altogether. George Floyd was crying for his mama. I am scared for all the mamas out there. How do y'all feel about raising a child in a society where gun violence is so prevalent? My child is not even of school age yet, but I still fear sending my baby to school and never seeing her again. That should not be a reality, but that is reality for some of these American parents out here. School is supposed to be a safe space for children. This is disgusting. I have a fact for y'all. So, according to Everytown Research and Policy, in 2022 alone, there have been at least 95 incidents of gunfire on school grounds, resulting in 40 deaths and 76 injuries nationally. That sentence is a scary sentence for any parent. They follow it with, every day, more than 110 Americans are killed with guns, and more than 200 are shot and wounded. This is ridiculous. 110 Americans? They didn't say 110 black people. They didn't say 110 white people. That's because the gun violence isn't necessarily about race. Yes, police officers kill my people, my black people, at a disproportionate rate than any other race. That is true. But that is a separate entity from gun violence in a whole. They're not the only people killing. Police departments aren't making up these 110 Americans every day. Now they're contributing to it, yes, and they are a problem, yes. But gun violence in a whole for our country is tragic. The gun laws obviously need to be reviewed. We are in the era of mental health awareness. Like, maybe we should have more precaution when handing out guns. Everybody always wants to blame the shooters, which it is their fault. I am not arguing that. But when will America step in and save us? When will our suffering stop? Instead, they're in the White House and city halls making more laws to protect guns. How is it so easy for America to take its rights away from its people and deem it unconstitutional for some things, but the right to bear arms, that Second Amendment, justifies the death and murder of people every day? It's population control, just like the abortion ban, just like police killing black people at a disproportionate rate. It's all population control. See, they don't want to put laws on guns because gun violence ain't a problem for the lawmakers. They don't go through this every day. They're not out here seeing this every day. And I don't think that guns are bad. I actually will argue that in the society that we're in right now, you need a gun to protect yourself. You never know what will happen. The 4th parade in Highland Park, Illinois, just got shot up by a white man, may I say. Now, I'm not saying that all white males are bad. I'm just saying that statistically mass shootings have been committed by white males. But anyway, anybody could have been killed. 7 people were shot and killed. He murdered 7 people and was arrested, not gunned down or suffocated. They probably stopped that man by Portillo's and got him a hot dog on the way to the station. You know how they do. Actually, some of these victims were white, so never mind. Straight to jail he goes. Do not collect $200, straight to jail. No, but really, on a serious note, it is important to remember that bullets do not have a name on them, okay? Y'all, say it with me. Bullets do not have a name on them. So what can we do, y'all ask? I personally think that the first step is acknowledgement. Acknowledging that regardless of who is behind the gun, had they not had the gun, we could have saved the lives that they took. I think the second thing would be assessing. I think that we need to assess the current laws that they have on owning a gun, and I also think they need to assess the way that people are getting guns. So many people have unregistered guns, so we need to figure out how they're getting these, the processes and the steps that they were taking so that this could be regulated. I also think that it shouldn't be a states battle. These shootings, gang shootings, mass shootings, school shootings, all of this stuff happens all over the country. So it should be a nationwide regulation. We need to study previous cases and their convictions and the charges and how long their sentencing was. We have a 17-year-old, I'm sure y'all heard, Kyle Rittenhouse, murdered 2 people and got off because of his future life. So his future life was more important than the 2 lives that he took. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. There needs to be some uniform in the regulation of gun control. The truth is ugly. The truth is that the government doesn't care about police shooting us black people. They don't care about gun violence because all of this is a way for population to be controlled anyway. All right, y'all, is it hot in here or is it just me? Because that was a lot for me. Instead of a What's T Sis segment, today I will be sharing my brother's story a little bit since he lost his life to gun violence. But first, I want to tell my man's happy birthday again. He would have been 36 this year, old man status, old man status. Well, I'm just going to get into it. My cousin, he's more like my big brother. I do keep referring to him as my brother because that is exactly the role that he played in my life. Calvin Demel Walker was only 29 and was expecting his first child when he was fatally shot at his own doorstep. The bullet went through my brother's lung, then his heart, and then through his other lung. And no, he wasn't gangbanging or beefing with any gangs. He was preparing to welcome a child, his first child. He was robbed. He was protecting his mother, girlfriend, and child, and he died doing that. I forever will miss you, and I hope you are seeing how funny, how smart, how kind, how loving your son is. That boy is your twin for real. I mean, even down to the way that he acts, that boy is your twin. Thank you for leaving a piece of you with us. We really miss you down here. And happy birthday again. I love you. From TT. All right, y'all, that wraps up today's episode of Black Mama Muse on gun violence. I want to thank y'all for listening and hearing me out. Black Mama Muse is constantly growing, and I have y'all to thank for that. We have already been played in 4 countries. You heard that right, 4 countries. I will have something new for y'all soon, as I always do. But with that being said, until next time, y'all, bye-bye. Peace.